Hi, everybody. It's Kay Cherie. I know I have not seen you guys in a long time, but here I am. So, welcome to Let's Talk with Kay Cherie. Today, we are going to talk about something new, okay? We're going to talk about some experiences and some things that helped me get through some things. So, today, this is going to be the relationship slash single series, okay? And this is going to be part one of the relationship slash single series. And you'll see why I say relationship in a second. Okay, if you do not know who I am, again, I am Kay Cherie. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And I hope that this blesses you. I hope that this resonates with you. And I hope that this helps you on your journey, okay, to becoming a wife. All right. So here we go. I'll start with the first thing here, okay? So the goal of singleness is to become married, okay? Especially if you have the desire to be married. A lot of people do have the desire to be in a relationship, but the way God has intended it to us is to be married if you're going to be in a relationship, okay? He doesn't call us to boyfriend and girlfriend. He doesn't call us to do that for years and years at a time. He doesn't call us to do that, but he calls us to mimic the bride of Christ. And so he married his bride, which is us, okay? So we are to mimic that. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about today is healing in your singleness. Okay. This is one of the first things that you want to do as you're single. The reason why this is so important is because when you decide that you're ready to get into a relationship with someone, what can happen is you can cause yourself to bleed on someone else because you're not fully healed. And then as you're bleeding on them, you're also damaging them. And so now you're starting to open up wounds in their life as well. Okay. So we don't want to bleed on anyone else. Okay. We need to make sure that we are healed fully before. And yes, I believe that you're going to heal, but you're also going to be tried in that exact thing that you're healing from. And it's how you go about the situation. It's how you treat the situation when that comes back around. So, for example, if you have a trust issue, okay, and you have a problem with trust, when that time comes after, you have after you have healed and everything, and that time comes back where you have to trust someone again, it's now how you handle the situation when these triggers come back up. But being that you're healed, you're going to be able to handle it in a more proficient way, a better way, okay? So one of the things that you can do to heal in your singleness is accepting accountability. A lot of times we don't want to accept accountability because it's so easy for us to blame our issues on someone else. Well, he did this to me. She did this to me. So this is why I am this way. We have to accept accountability and say, hey, you know what? I let them do that to me. And then you have to figure out why you let them do that to you. And that's the most important part, because I know a lot of the times we want to blame it on other people, but when you really look at that dynamic in that situation and you really see what happened or transpired in that relationship, you can honestly see where you went wrong in that relationship. Okay? And it might not be anything big, but it could be as simple as I let them in when I seen that they should not have been let in from the jump. That could be you accepting accountability. It could be, oh, I should have stopped talking to them when I first seen this. That's accepting accountability. It could be as little as, oh, I could have communicated better. I could have been more understanding. I could have been more, um, calm. I could have been more gentle. Okay? Look at those different things and accept accountability. Okay? The second thing is walking through your younger self. And everything that I'm telling you, I basically did on my own. So this is why I'm telling you, because it works. It helps, okay? So walking through your younger self. As you walk through your younger self, you're going to realize and recognize different things that happen to you in your life. And then it kind of coincides with the accepting accountability, because then you start to say, back when I was a kid, this happened to me. I was searching for love. My daddy never showed me any love. My mama never showed me any love. And I started searching for love. And I started searching for love the way they showed it to me, even though it wasn't love. So I didn't mind being rejected, because that happened to me when I was younger. I didn't mind someone putting their hands on me, because that happened to me when I was younger. And we called it love. So you go back and you just look at your younger self and you're just like, hey, this is why I am like this. And what you do is you want to acknowledge that thing that got you that way. You acknowledge it. And once you acknowledge it, you turn from it. Because once you acknowledge it, that means you can change. There's no such thing of you acknowledging something, but you can't change it. Once you acknowledge it, then you know, okay, I had a problem with that. Now, how do I change it? So now it's up to you to change it. And you want to do that, because if not, you're going to keep that thing inside building relationships, and not just with, in this case, we're talking about intimate relationships, but not just intimate relationships, but with any relationship in your life. You're going to continue to hold on to that thing, and it's going to cause a wedge in you trying to build with someone. Okay? The third thing is forgiving and letting go. That goes with the walking through yourself and your childhood, okay? You're going to want to forgive and let go. And people say, well, how do I forgive? You acknowledge it, okay? You see what happened, and you say to yourself, you know what, I forgive them. You can also contact whoever it is or whatever, and tell them that you had a problem when this happened. You did this to me, and it hurted me, and it made me feel this way, but you know what, I forgive you. Because forgiveness is going to be for you. It's not going to even be for them. And sometimes God causes it where you don't even have to go to that specific person, but you tell God that you have forgiven them. Okay? And you're going to feel so much lighter. Because once you forgive, then these things no longer have access to you. These things that once hurt you no longer have access to you, and you're able to move forward. That's the good thing about forgiveness. The weight is lifted off, and it cannot be attached to you anymore, because you have let it go. You have gave it to God. Okay? The fourth thing I have here is seeing the value in yourself. That's really important. Once you do all those steps, you then have to start seeing value in yourself. You have to look at yourself and know your worth. You have to say, I am worth being loved. I am worth being someone's wife. I am worth someone being good to me. I am worth me being treated like royalty. And You have to also understand that God created you in his image and that you are built in royalty. As the Bible says, we are heirs of God. Okay? Which means you are royalty. So once you understand that you are royalty, you're not going to let anyone else, your standard is going to be so high that you're not going to let anyone just come in and treat you any type of way and accept any type of thing, because you understand that you are a queen. Okay? And only queens, only queens are going to recognize that they sit here. Okay? You don't sit here, you sit here. So if you have someone that's trying to meet you here, then you know they are beneath your means. They either have to meet you here or they have to meet you here. There's nothing lower than your worth, okay? Know that you are valuable. Know that you are somebody, okay? Know that you are beautifully and wonderfully created well in God's image. Baby girl, you deserve the best. You don't deserve someone calling you out your name. You don't deserve the abuse. You don't deserve someone taking advantage of you. You don't deserve the things that they try to do to manipulate you. You don't deserve a narcissist in your life. You don't deserve that. Okay? The fifth thing I have here is setting goals for yourself. As you are walking in your singleness, you want to start setting goals for yourself. This is going to help you in your own success, because when you do join with your man, your husband, you're joining what you already are and you're becoming one. But each person has to be themselves individually. So who are you individually? You cannot go into another relationship not understanding who you are, what you like to do, where you would like to be in 5 years. What's your short-term goals? What's your long-term goals? What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you should start now to be able to be ready for when that thing comes? Okay? How do you see your family dynamic? How does family look to you? How does marriage look to you? How does business look to you? How does your working life look to you? How does your career life look to you? What is it that you want to accomplish? You have to know these things before you can join with someone. You have to be at least working on some of those things. Write you a vision board. Put it on paper. Look back at it and become who you want to be. Okay? The next one, which will be the seventh thing, I believe, is what is it that you like to do? Start taking yourself out. Start experiencing what it looks like to enjoy yourself. The one thing about it is, when you enjoy yourself, you start to love yourself, right? And we already should be loving ourselves. This is why we're going through these different steps to build love for ourselves, to build healing for ourselves. So you taking yourself out, you're going to start seeing what you enjoy. Where do you like to go eat? What's your favorite food? What do you like to do in your spare time? What is a hobby of yours? What do you like to do when you're not doing anything? Do you like to write? Do you like to draw? Do you like to speak to people? Do you like beauty? Do you like cosmetology? Do you like working as a nurse? Do you like being a doctor? Do you want to see yourself as a lawyer? What do you like doing? Do you like solving cases? Do you like hiking? Do you like riding bikes? Do you like running? Do you like exercising? Do you like eating? What are the things that you like to do? Are you adventurous? Do you like to go on trips? And you start figuring out yourself first, and you start doing these things for yourself first. Do you like to go watch movies? Take yourself out to a movie. Take yourself out to a dinner. Take yourself out golfing. Do something for yourself first. Okay? You don't want to get with someone and you start becoming them. Of course, you're going to have y'all perks that you guys do together, but you don't want to become them. You want to always be yourself as they are themselves, as y'all are one. Okay? Because that's going to make the relationship. Okay? They're not going to be around 24/7. They're going to have to go to work. They're going to have to do certain things, and you're going to be there by yourself. What are you going to do while you're by yourself? You're going to go have to handle certain things. You're going to want to go do things with your friends and things like that. What are you going to do when you're with yourself? All right, next thing. Discover yourself, which ties into what I just said. You're just discovering yourself. You're discovering what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you cry, what makes you joyful, what makes you in love, what makes you... Then also, while you're discovering yourself, you're going to discover your love languages. 9 times out of 10, your love languages is one of the things that is going to progress your relationship. So a lot of times our relationships in the past did not work out because we did not know ourselves. We did not know what our love languages was. And we were expecting someone to show us that love language that we didn't even know that was there. Okay? And they were not doing it, but that's what you like. So you can go back on that and start discovering yourself, just like, hey, what is my love language? I like acts of service. Oh, I like when people compliment me. You know, I like words of affirmation. I love physical touch. I love gifts. Okay? So you just go back and look back at yourself and see what it is. And then you can actually dictate that with someone. When you're talking to them, when you meet them, you can tell them, this is what makes me feel love. Okay? Because that's going to be number one in the relationship. If I say I love words of affirmation, but you keep giving me gifts, thank you for the gift, but that's not doing anything for me. Okay? It's not doing anything for me. And you also have to become who you want them to. If you like words of affirmation, be that. Do that for yourself. Give yourself words of affirmation. Now, it might not work with them because their love language may be different, but start giving yourself words of affirmation. Okay? The next thing that most people get screwed up is walking in your femininity. You want to walk in femininity, and femininity is not it's a part of it, but it's just not having your hair done, your nails done, makeup done, looking nice. People think that's just it.